I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Right now, you are watching and listening to Unsynedheattpodcast Club. And right now, we have a special VIP guest. Let the people know who you are, brother.
What's up? What's up? It's Classic, aka the MGM Grand. I'm in the building. You already know. Being Classic, Bomb Squad for life.
Okay. So where you get the name Classic from?
When with Classic, I always like me. I love old school music. So when I thought of Classic, I was like, every time you used to listen to music and used to listen to hip hop, and then people say, "Yo, that song is a classic. That song is a classic." It just went into my head, and I was like, yo, I want my name to be Classic. Like, I've been a rap artist from the time I was younger, so I started writing rhymes from the time I was like at least 10 or 9 years old, studying music and studying the craft of like old school music, like from the Heavy D's to the long lived the Big Daddy Kane tapes. So
Okay.
so when I came Classic, when I always thought about it, I was like, yo, when you hear a song and you hear it and it's prolific, it's like, yo, that's a classic right there. That's a classic right there. But then it fitted my name. My first rap name was South Star. Before that, when I was in school, I went to August Martin School, so my first name was South Star. But then somebody took the name South Star. You remember, right? Smiley and South Star?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I switched it up. And I was like, yo, this fits my name, Classic. And you know, I listen to a lot of old school music, a lot of throwbacks. So I'm a throwback person more than anything.
Okay. That's what's up. So where you from?
I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens, Ozone Park, the Lost Boys side. Shout out to Mr. Cheeks. Shout out to 147 the building. Shout out to Ajax Park. So I'm from South Jamaica, Queens. Jamaica Ave. Shout out to 165. You already know Jamaica Ave.
Okay. That's
Yes.
what's up. That's what's up.
Southside, we outside. That's what we say.
Okay. It's nice out. It's nice outside today. I know they out there today. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they out there today.
Yeah, it's real beautiful today. Today is a nice day, man. It feels like summer already and stuff. So we getting ready to make these moves. I'm working on projects. I got my homegirl Lotus with me. She's a singer right here. So
Okay.
we making moves. We doing big things. Big things.
Okay. So what new project are you working on?
All right. What I'm doing right now, I'm working on my documentary. It's called Being Classic. I wanted to how I put it, I wanted to start filming about everything, like my process of music and how I started. And I come from MOBB Deep Studio too, so I come from the infamous studio. Rest in peace to Prodigy, and shout out to HAVOC. I think it was HAVOC's birthday the other day. End up doing a song with HAVOC, the infamous lab. Shout out to Fly, Tyson, all my peoples, all my MOBB Deep peoples, Nice and everybody. So I came from their studio, their background. So I used to be in the studio with Stevie J. Used to be in the studio with all these prolific artists that came out the infamous studio.
Okay. So what it was like being around that environment?
Oh man, it was crazy. It's like a dream because when I was in high school, I used to buy MOBB Deep albums. I was the biggest fan of Prodigy. Like I said, the H&IC album. Oh man, that's a classic right there. The H&IC album, and just watching their background. But when I went to the infamous studio, I seen all the plaques on the wall and everything. It really inspired me. Then I used to be in the studio, and thanks to Fly, he had me around HAVOC, so I got a chance to see how my artists, how they do what they do in the booth and stuff. So the takes and everything. So I learned by watching them though. But I got a chance to hear a lot of HAVOC beats before it even came out on 50 album. I was hearing the Blood Money album before it even dropped with 50. So it was a great environment, man, and you don't know who you gonna bump into. It'd be Alchemist coming, it'd be this person coming. Yeah, the infamous studio was a great thing. Do you remember there was a song that Tony Yayo did with MOBB Deep, and I gotta think of the name, but it was shot at the infamous studio, so it was just a learning process. That's like you being around your legends.
Yeah.
And when you're around your legends, it's like, wow, I didn't even think I would get to this point. I started from my garage with a tape recorder and with instrumentals. a tape recorder and instrumentals, and you know the Dream Team beats. You remember the Dream Team beats?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how I started. I started from the bottom to actually being in time a big time studio with the legends with Mobb Deep and stuff. And rest in peace to Prodigy, man. Prodigy was my, besides Tupac, Prodigy was my favorite rapper at that time too.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about you said working on a documentary.
Oh yeah. Being classic, I came up like with an idea, like I was like, yo, I should start filming everything that I'm doing, and my background and everything that happened. So like when I was in August Martin, I met Russell Simmons at a young age, and I remember that inspired me too, because Russell Simmons was he came to me, he was like, yo, do you got a demo? I'm like, oh shit, I'm in high school, I don't got no money for a demo. $300 in high school, hell no. $50 more like it. But you know you know, at that time I was like, yo, inspired me. What really inspired me was that day, and how all the photographers started rushing and they was taking pictures of me, and I had a hoodie on that said South Star. See, I always been branding myself from the time I was in high school. So when just seeing all the photographers rush at me and flash at me, and I'm in high school, and I'm like, yo, I'm not even a nobody. I'm a nobody now. I mean, like back in the days, I had to learn and everything, but it was just like that experience was something different. I was like, yo, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to become in life. So I knew what I wanted to be from the time I was in high school. So I was writing rhymes. I had 5-star notebooks writing rhymes. So when I was like damn near 16, I knew what I wanted to become in life. That's what separated me, and the difference of everything from being in school, it separated me because I was more motivated and I knew where I wanted to go in life. So
you got everything lined up for yourself.
yeah, it was just, and not honestly, it was a lot of hard work and dedication, honestly, because what inspired me too, when I used to be in my Deep studio, they used to have nothing but magazines around me, so I'll be sitting there, Stevie J's in this magazine, Fly's in this magazine. That's my engineer. He was in the magazine way before that, HAVOC and Prodigy. So when I used to do my verses and I used to come out the booth, I used to see nothing but these magazines around me. And, it could be this model. She be coming in the studio and she's in this magazine. So it used to, irritate me. I used to be like, yo, I got to get there. I got to get there. And then, you know what? I started with the work ethic. I started doing shows. I started on DVD. Shout out to Street Credibility DVD. The first DVD I was on was with Raekwon and Graf and Louis D. So yeah, shout out to Graf too, man. It's a Queens thing. Me and Graf is mad cool, man.
Yeah, I met him a few times. He cool.
Yeah, he come on Jamaica Avenue. He be on the low. So my motivation was different. Because from when everybody was in school, they used to be playing cards and everything. I was writing rhymes after rhymes from class to class to get better, to get better, to get better. It was to the point where the teacher used to take my rhymes and try to read it and try to embarrass me in front of the class. I remember that, Mr. Panarello. I remember you. I remember the teacher name too, Mr. Panarello. Look, see my mind. Oh man. I had a teacher named Miss Rains, and I used to write poetry. So how I started writing raps, I used to look at Tupac. I remember I had Tupac Lips Now. So Tupac was a poet, and I always admired Tupac. And you know how he did it. He flipped his poems to rhymes. So that's how he became like a genius at his craft, at his art. So I started from Tupac, and from Big Daddy Kane to the Heavy D's. I ain't gonna front, man. Rest in peace to Heavy D. Heavy D was the man back in the days. You remember those Living Color days and everything? Yeah. So as far as music go, I always was branded into music. I started doing it myself, so it was just something I like from Video Music Box. So Ralph McDaniels, you know that. You remember how we was back in the days. Ralph was the dude, Uncle Ralph. Shout out to Uncle Ralph. I
gotta get Ralph on the show, man. I gotta get him on the show.
Yeah. Uncle Ralph is, man, he's the coolest. If it wasn't for him,
down to earth.
Yeah, it wouldn't be no hip hop if it wasn't for Uncle Ralph. He's the first person late at night. I'm talking about like 11, 12 o'clock, Channel 25. The channels, Channel 13, and then you sitting there watching all these videos, and just seeing all these artists. So I come from a state of hip hop where I used to just sit there and I used to be like, yo, I could do it one of these days. When Brenda's Got a Baby came out, I sat there, I was looking at Tupac. I was like, man, that's what I want to do in life. So when everybody was outside playing and running around in cafeterias, playing with the cards, I was sitting there writing, trying to better myself, knowing my path, knowing my journey. I have a tattoo that says AOMT, ahead of my time. So, yeah, so definitely got to be deep with it.
Okay. So what about as far as like the the music? What new projects are you working on now, and how many music producers are you dealing with?
I have a producer named Economics. I gotta work on what I'm gonna work on. I'm definitely gonna do a new right now. What I want to do, I'm about to sit here and key and focus on doing a song for Deontay Wilder. You know, the fight is coming up soon, so it'll be July the 24th. So we'll be back in Vegas and stuff, man. I'm gonna work on something.
How you get involved with that? With the whole
the whole boxing thing. Honestly, I met Deontay Wilder in Las Vegas. I was a big fan of him at the time because I always was traveling to Las Vegas. That's my favorite place in the world. When I say classic MGM Grand, it means Vegas. That's my favorite place in the world. I started hopping on planes. I didn't even know how it happened. Was my friend had a clothing line. Yeah, Hulk Hogan wearing it, J.R. Ryder, and different people. And he was like, come to the magic show. So at the time, I'm like, what the hell is a magic show? I never even knew about a magic show. It was in Vegas. And he told me to come down there, and I came down, and I went to the magic show. I didn't know that was a convention where everybody has their clothing lines and a brand, and people buy their brand that day. It could be the spokesperson, like, it'd be like Nelly brand. Nelly's right there. It could be this person brand, they right there. So when I went to Vegas, I was like, yo, I didn't even know. You know, when you watch fights when you was younger, you was watching Mike Tyson and Vander Holyfield, all them fight in Vegas. Man, I didn't know Vegas was that life. When I experienced Vegas, I said, oh my God, this is different. So I started going to Vegas, and the first person I gave my demo was Nate Jones. He's part of Floyd Mayweather's team. He's like one of Floyd Mayweather's trainer. And he heard my CD, and he loved it, and he was like, yo, when I get the time, I'm going to introduce you to P. Rilla. Shout out to P. Rilla, the Hot Boys. Then that's how I started meeting people, started getting my connects up in Vegas. And then later on, I was a big fan of Deontay. Deontay was knocking everybody out the same way he'd been doing his whole life. So I seen him, and when I saw Deontay, I asked him, I said, yo, can you please do me a favor, man? Can you bring the belt back to us black people? Because at the time, there were two Russians, and you remember the Klitschko's. You remember them? And they were bigger than everybody else. The Klitschko's was like 6'6". And they was just fighting opponents and just knocking them out. Because remember, it wasn't tall opponents like Deontay Wilder and Fury and the rest, the Anthony Joshua's. They were small opponents. So like when you look at Mike Tyson, you say Mike Tyson 5'10". You look at Holyfield probably like 6'2", 6'1". But they wasn't big opponents. So when I met Deontay, he promised us. I said, yo, D, yo, can you please bring the belt back to us? And he said, yo, watch, I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring the belt back. And then at that time, I had a clothing line called Highlights. And we had came out there to do a shirt for P. Rilla. And, you know, we end up doing a shirt for P. Rilla and Floyd Mayweather Jr. So at that time, when I saw D, I showed him the design of the highlights of the brand and the shirt, and then he seen it. He was like, yo, man, I love this, yo, take my number. And then so happened, he damn near came to the press conference with the clothing line on, so everybody got to see it. It was on Showtime TV. If you Google Deontay Wilder, you see the shirt I'm talking about. So it's just making a dream happen, because I was so used to being around celebrities and traveling, Miami. I done been to Puff Daddy parties, man. I seen a lot of shit in this industry. So
you been around. You got enough. You got enough. Enough to write a book.
Oh yeah, a lot of things that I seen, and then not even that. I like a lot of goals I try to accomplish in life. Like one of my goals, I always said if I ever was in a Source magazine, I was gonna make the Source magazine give me these 2 issues of Tupac, because I'm the biggest Tupac fan. So, and you know what? I kept on staying consistent. I was on mixtapes, I was on DVDs, I kept doing shows. So I used to do shows back in the days, referred to Godson, this person, that person,
Yeah.
you know, Shay Davis or this one and that one. And I kept on grinding. Then I landed in my first magazine with Pimp C. It was so crazy. We had brought Pimp C one night. Me and my man Jay Paradise, shout out to him. We brought Pimp C to the club with us and stuff. Pimp C, mad funny. Pimp C told me a lot about the game and everything, and then he was like, "Yo, do I have to bring my gun when I come to this club and shit?" That's how Pimp C was. Pimp C like, "Yo, do I have to bring the thing?" So it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I met him before, but he's a funny dude.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
mad funny.
Yeah.
The thing about it, when he being funny,
Yeah.
is normal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he could be talking to you and
Yeah.
it should be funny, yo. You like,
Yeah.
this is funny, man.
Yeah. So even before he died, I used to text him all the time, and I'd be like, "Yo, what's good, Pimp C? What's good?" And he still talked to me all the time and everything. And Pimp C was, man, that's another person that was just.
Yeah, I met him before.
Yeah.
He got mad game.
Yeah, he do. He had like a Chinese female with him too. She was nice as hell. So yeah, Pimp C is a real OG. So man, I like half of the people I met in my life, I never envisioned to meet these people. You know, I came from the airport. I used to work at JFK. I used to work at Terminal 6. I remember I used to just see everybody hopping on planes, and I remember I was like, "Damn, son, I gotta live that life. I gotta hop on planes and shit." And that's how I met. I met different actors from Bud, from the Cosby Show. I used to go help him out. I used to DJ Kid Capri, all these people. So I used to keep my demo on me when I used to do it. I was like, "Yo, let me keep my demo." So I remember Premier was one of the first people that heard my demo, and he heard it, and he was like, "It's good. It just need to be mastered more, but it's good and everything." So I was like, I know I could do this music shit if my legends is saying my music is good." So I think
Premier's a good dude too.
Yeah, my real test I ever had was when Corrupt from the Dog Pound came to me, and Corrupt was like, "Yo, niggas is telling me you nice, come out and rhyme." So that day when I was at work, I didn't even care. I could have got fired that day. I was like, "Word, Corrupt called me outside to rhyme?" And then Corrupt, I used to always love Corrupt. I bought his albums, and he's part of Tupac Circle. So I went outside and I rhymed for him, and Corrupt was going crazy. He was nodding his head. I was like, that's when I knew it. Like, with this music and the ability to do it, I studied a lot. I had rhyming dictionaries from the time I was younger. So when I was in 7th or 8th grade, I had a rhyming dictionary. You remember the rhyming dictionaries?
Yeah.
Page, Gauge, Raise, Haze, Blaze, like that. So I was just used to just doing the music. But then, a lot of things in my life I sacrificed, because besides music, I met people in my life that I wanted to help too. So it wasn't always rap. Like my friend won the Cinemax Film Festival. His name is Edward Jones. Rest in peace to him. But we started forming. They had a movie that was about to come out called Brotherhood Code of the Streets, and Squeeze, shout out to him. My man Rico, shout out to. It was a lot of things through my life that I was trying to help people. I'm the type of person in my life, if I meet you and I could put you in that position, I'm gonna help you. Without that, I don't want $1 million. I'm just a good person. That's how I'm just me all the time. That's the same way Pac was. My friend said, I met her in Vegas, and she was like, "Yo, she's on Tupac's album," and she said, "Yo, Tupac wrote my lyrics and everything, and gave me my publishing and word." And that's crazy. A lot of people wouldn't even give you publishing after they wrote your
He's trying to take all that from you.
Yeah, they trying to take all that. They be like, "Nah, son, you gotta come off that. You gotta come off that." So it was like during I'm just that type of person. Like, I help individuals, and I'm just about blessings. God will bless you in your life. These people didn't come out of nowhere in my life. It's not like you just wake up one day and the heavyweight champion of the world is one of your best friends. It's passion. So I knew him before Deontay Wilder was the heavyweight champion of the world, and I believed in him, and I knew he was going to do it. I used to test him all the time. yo, you gonna do it. You gonna be heavyweight champion of the world. I was like, yo, Stavern gonna duck you as long as possible. And when he fought against Stavern, he won the belt. And then he took off from there and stuff. So I watched everything, and you know, I was there. He had a broken hand. He would have knocked Stavern out that first fight, but he had broke his hand and everything. And I remember just seeing him in the hotel, like, yo, man, I'm so damn proud of you and stuff. So it's more on that type of timing.
So what else you got going on? You
Oh
got
yeah,
the label on?
besides that is I'm about helping people. Like, I got Lotus over here. And helping her with her career.
How's that working out?
She sings, yo. She be doing her thing, her singing thing. Oh man, she's blessed with it. She's gifted. She's talented, gorgeous. She's definitely a queen. So the next thing is helping her to get to her path and everything with music and her singing and everything. She's nice with it. She'll sing a acapella for you. And she will kill it. So yeah, helping her out right now and stuff. Okay. So we just following our goals and living your life, living your dreams. Just staying with a positive circle and positive energy, because that's what counts.
Too much negative going on right now. Negative circle.
Too much negative.
Too much. I'm like, yo, what is it? For no reason. It's like, just because.
Yeah, it feel like these times are like the worst times when you think about it. It's like people don't have jobs, people struggling, people's trying to find their way, and then you start seeing the people who they are as a person. Like I said, you start seeing people who you thought was your peoples, but then you see how funny style they could be. Energies is just off, and that's like, it's just a part of what people's going to. You don't have to take out all your problems on other people in life. You can sit there and you can learn and you could progress from what you was doing. So a lot of people just have problems. If they see you traveling and making moves, they want to sit there and hate. I could do the same thing. No, you can't do the same goddamn thing, because you would have. People is not built like that. People don't got the heart to do it, the will to do it. So that's what separates you from everybody else. When you have the will, you have the soul to go out there and go get it, and to go out there and be successful. Everybody in this world could be successful if they wanted to. You got to apply the pressure, and you got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, who else going to believe in you?
You got to believe in yourself first, because nobody else is not going to believe in you. They ain't going to put the time in. They ain't gonna, put their energy into you. Yeah. They ain't gonna believe in you. They gonna believe in you when you make it.
Yeah, when you make it. Nah.
I knew he ain't gonna do that, man. Like,
I tell you, it'd be crazy how much people, like, let me tell you, I'll give you a prime example. It'd be like July 24th, the fight is coming up with Deontay Wilder. Everybody know I'm going to the fight and all this other stuff. People who don't talk to me, wait till that week come. Yo, how you doing? Can I get tickets? Oh, this and that. Then check in to see how I was doing in life. Then check in for nothing. But now, because you see a fight or it's on TV, now you want to be my friend and stuff. So it's like, stuff like that in life, you just got to just be able to deal with it. But you got to distance yourself, and you got to be around positive people and positive energy. You got to be around people who's going to be there for you. You know who people in your circle, because sometimes your circle could mess you up. Sometimes your circle's secretly jealous. You know, like I said, it's a part of life, but you just got to know how to be you and believe in God. Like, first, believe in God. If you believe in God, you can make everything happen. I wouldn't think all this stuff would have happened in my life. I was in the airport, and then, like, let's see, 10 years later, I'm on the front cover with the heavyweight champion of the world. Like, how does that happen? Like I said, it happens because your work ethic is, I was around. I was putting that grind. I was putting that work. You know, I believe in myself.
Everybody don't want to put the work in.
They think it's supposed to happen like this. It's supposed to be handed to them on a platter. Like a platter like this. Like, hey.
I don't have, you see, I don't got nobody around me. Everybody, I mean, they want to, they don't want to put the work in. They think everything happened overnight. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, for me, it's like, I like the people that were with you from the dirt. Yeah. So they know every move you took. Like, yo, you wasn't there when you was in that club that had holes in it. You know what I mean? Or you wasn't there for that. And those people right there that was there with you, that
Yeah.
Going with you for that journey, they value that more than a person that just came in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That entitled type person, they entitled, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I knew you since high school, and you know what I'm saying? Like, put me on, as opposed to somebody that was already there for you from the dirt.
From the dirt, yeah.
You know what I mean? They take that, they value that more, because they can tell you the ins and outs what you and that person went through.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you wasn't there when you was in the restaurant and somebody tried to jump us and all that shit. You wasn't there for none of that. You know what I mean? So
the trenches.
they remember that.
Be there for the trenches, That's why you gotta just stay around people who feel your vibe and positive energy. You got people that just hang around you just to argue. Like, you know, you got certain people in life that just want to argue all day, just to argue. Like, why you hanging around me to argue?
I don't like that energy.
Yeah, that energy's like, come on, word, you really, man. That's why I just try to separate myself, and I just stay around positive people. So,
like I see, man. You're doing a good job. I see you moving and shaking.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Interviews after interviews, damn near. Magazine after magazine. I'm on Roku TV. Shout out to K Shoya Entertainment and MJO Network. When you go to Roku TV, you can see me. I'm on Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Me and Lotus, we up there. So we making the moves. So now it's like you see, or everything that we worked hard for is coming into play and everything. So I just like I said, being consistent. Consistency is the key. I always say that. Consistency. Your consistency gotta be all the time. Every time I wake up, I'm trying to figure out how can I better myself or how can I be better. So consistency, it goes with part of the goals and it's part of the plans in life. You just gotta believe it, and then you'll see it. You could just walk out, you'll achieve it. Trust me, God will show it to you all the time. I see everybody, like, it was a time, I remember Bokeem Woodbine was my favorite actor, to now Bokeem Woodbine calling me, asking me about an after party and stuff like that. So he seen me when I was younger, when I was working at the airport. I remember just seeing Bokeem Woodbine. I was like, look, now I'm on the front, you at the fight right now, I'm on the front cover with the heavyweight champion of the world. So it's just so much possibilities in life and so much things you can do to better yourself. And for the younger generation, y'all could do the same thing. You just gotta believe in it. You gotta work hard. This is not an overnight thing. This is years and years of hard work and dedication, blood, sweat, and tears all the time.
They don't want to.
Yeah,
they want it right now. So they want it right now. Like
they see all the counterfeit money in the videos. That's what it is. They like this. See all of them throwing hundreds and drinking, and that shit counterfeit money.
Yeah.
You go to Amazon right now and buy those shits for like $3. Those shits look like some real hundreds. They see everybody dancing in the videos, girls shaking in the stripper era. That's so crazy. I never would have thought there would have been a day where the clubs, there's really no clubs no more. Everything is strip clubs.
Yeah.
Right? You remember those days? Speed
they trying to get to the bag, man.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, man.
You gonna be cash apping some strippers and stuff like, yo, what's your cash app name, man? Oh, Diamond? Hold on, let me cash app you real quick. Yeah. Technology like a motherfucker. Technology is crazy.
That's right now. They need to focus on that's where the money is at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
If it ain't the strippers, then it's the artists. You know what I mean? Where they book the artists to come to the club and shit like that. Other than that, the club is dead without them and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so the DJ don't even matter. Before they used to come there for the DJ.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean? Yo, who won't be there, DJ?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm up in there, but now like the DJ faded in the background and shit.
Yeah, it's different times. So this time is like different. Like I remember there was a point where you had to be nice in lyrics. Now it's to the point where you don't have to be nice. As long as your beat carry you, you can triple your hook. You good. Like this is a different generation. My era is from you had to be nice. If you was on the street corner and they say you rap, nigga, you better be nice with your shit. At the end of the day, now it's like what? Everybody's following each other. Everybody see people don't got their originality. Like back in our time, the originality was you. I didn't want to have a hit that sound like this hit. I want to make my own hit. I want to sound like my own self. I want to have my own swag. Now the swags is just like everybody trying to do what everybody trying to do. It's shit crazy. Everybody want to rap now. Basketball players, now they want to be rappers. this shit is crazy. Everybody want to be R&B singers. Everybody want to be this. Everybody want to, like I said, it's like,
Yeah,
you know, certain people was built into this shit.
Yeah, everything in reverse.
Reverse.
You know what I mean? Like right now,
yeah.
you got the basketball players want to be rappers.
Yeah.
So now you got the artists that rap is doing the R&B. You know what I mean? So they doing both.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see them in the interview, they're like, yo, what are you, a rapper or an R&B singer? They're like, yo, I'm an artist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
Meaning they ain't, you know, they ain't want to get themselves no title. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm an artist. I can do both. Why can't I do both?
Yeah,
so they just want to put them in that line like, I'm a rapper. Only that. So,
yeah,
you know?
Everybody trying to do what they do. And be surprised. You hear Trey Songz spitting bars. You hear Chris Brown spitting bars. Who's next? Neo next? Let me see. I don't know if I heard Neo spit some bars.
Yeah, he probably writing some bars.
Writing some bars.
Yeah. You like, yo, you wrote that?
Yeah,
Get out of it.
Chris Brown getting on the tracks, sounding harder than the fucking rappers on his track. Like, god damn it, Chris, you gotta doing them like that.
I believe some of them. Believe some of them rap, but they just use the R&B shit to get in the door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck it, let me use this to get in the door, and then hit them in the head later and shit. You know, you like, yo, he rap?
Mm-hmm. That shit is crazy.
Blow your mind and shit.
This era's crazy, man. You got rappers with dresses on.
Nah,
this era is just like, this era is like, yo, what the fuck, man? This era is crazy. I never thought in my 100 years that rap would be like this, but it is what it is. You just gotta go with the times. But I'm from the old school, so you're not finna have me wearing skinny jeans that's tighter than my girlfriend's. That's not going down. I'm sorry, I remember I'm real nigga era, man. From Southside Jamaica, Queens, man. We don't play that shit. You know that? I'm from the beeper era, man. Y'all niggas don't even know what a beeper is.
Oh man, yo.
Shit, a payphone.
They don't even know what a sidekick is.
Yeah, they ain't go through the struggles of a payphone.
I had a sidekick. I had a beeper. You know what I mean? And remember the cell phone, the big cell phones and shit? Big joints and shit?
Yeah, the big cell
phones.
Remember
the flip joints too?
Yeah, there's Zach
Man, I had all that.
Saved by the Bell. So, yo,
I don't remember that.
Our era was different. We wasn't like, oh man, it's so crazy. Our era is so different. So as far as everything goes, it's just building your brand and networking and building with people. And that's what you gotta do in life. You gotta build with people, and you gotta y'all all gotta have the same goals. Y'all all gotta be consistent. Y'all all gotta want to make it. That's what it is. We wasn't like I said in the old school era, they had people who used to look out. It's different now. Like you see how Nas came from Third Base. You see how Tupac came from Digital Underground, or how Jazzo put on Jay-Z and all this stuff. So it's just different in this era and stuff. Like, you know, I like back in the days, originality played the key. Now in these days, there's no originality. It's like, make a hit that sound like this hit. So if you got a stripper song, I want a stripper song. Same way, just like this hit. So it goes to that.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely.
So before we get up out of here.
Matter of fact, too, hold on. Lotus, talk to the people.